What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I know we all can do math. Even the dumbest person can do simple math. People that don't even know what numbers look like can do the math that we're gonna see for Shiba Inu and the burns, right? Obviously, it's it's definitely tricky to know whether we're going to see these burns at a way higher level, but from the math that we put forth, it just really doesn't make sense how people believe that we may burn a hell of a lot. Now, I wanted to address this because I addressed this in the past when we first got an idea of what it was going to be for the burns related to Shibarium and what the idea was going to be, not about what the actual burn rate was going to be. I talked about this when we saw that it was going to be a fee-based type of thing rather than a percentage. And that there were a ton of predictions out there. There were my predictions, thinking that it was going to be a percentage, understanding that a percentage would be less likely because it would kind of drive people away, especially people that are spending a hell of a lot of money. If you're a whale buying on Shibarium, you're going to spend a lot more than the normal person that would spend, that would buy maybe a million tokens or maybe 10 million tokens. But if someone's buying 10 billion tokens, they're spending a hell of a lot on that if it is a percentage. And that's where that percentage kind of, you start to look at it a different way because it's always the same percentage for everybody. But as you get to a certain amount, there should be a cap on how much you're actually going to spend in a fee. If if it's a fee, right? Now, if it's a tax, then a tax comes from whatever percentage you have. So if you have a lower percentage, you're going to pay a lower amount. If you have a higher percentage, you're going to pay a higher amount. Does that make sense? Um, so with all of this being said, there's been conversations going around how much it will burn. Claybro put out a video talking about how it will take a very, very long time. I forget what he said, like 4,000 years or something. There have been other predictions that I've seen that were even higher. Some people that were a little bit lower, understanding that there may be more tokens, not just the Shiba Inu token or Bone. You're also going to see like Ethereum and other layer two projects that are there, which you have seen a bunch that are out there. So with all of that on Shibarium and that volume flowing through it, you probably would see a little bit more. So a lot of people have said that it's going to be maybe a little bit lower than what is said there. Um, but understandably so, it's going to take a lot of time, right? I am 32. If it takes 100 years, I'm not going to be around. I'm not living to 132. I'm not living till 90. I'm pretty sure I'm not. Um, I don't think my body will hold up. I can already feel it collapsing on itself. Like I don't know. I'm not going to live for that long. But either way, I would like for this to happen in the next 10 to 20 years if that was the max. I would love for it to happen a lot sooner in a matter of less than 5 years. But with what's being put in front of us, it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. So I wanted to kind of go backwards a little bit, go back to where we were at, this thought of burning off trillions. Because right now it's not about burning off trillions. It's about maybe burning off single digit trillions and how long it will take for that. But burning off double digit trillions is like, that's for your next generation. And for the next generation after that is the double digit trillions for that. So honestly, it's it's discouraging for a lot of people that make people want to say I'm done with Shiba Inu because they're not burning enough. When in reality, we can create a lot of different things that could burn Shiba Inu. We could see exchanges that decide to burn Shiba Inu, even though I don't think that's going to happen. But you never know. You can also see, project leaders that can come and create something that will have a lot of volume. You never really know what could happen. Um, and maybe it just won't gain as much popularity, and maybe we won't see the continuation of that. And if we don't see enough volume that flows over there, it will take even more than 4,000 years. But anyways, let's look at Shiba Inu. Let's go backwards and talk about a prediction that we've seen in the past and that keeps coming up as of late. And then we're also going to talk about the burn rate and what I think about it and how I'm playing Shiba Inu as of now with the variables that have changed. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links that are down below. It definitely helps out the channel. But if we look at Shiba Inu right now, we're currently at 0.00001051. I have two different types of plays, right? I have my short term play to where I'm just looking for it to maybe double or triple. I have a long term play to where I'm looking for it to do a hell of a lot more than that. Um, Now, that long term play is what a lot of other people are. They're looking to gain tens, hundreds, hundreds of thousands, or millions of dollars from this play alone. And it all depends on how much this right here, this circulating supply, ends up decreasing. Right? That's what it all comes down to. This circulating supply, this total supply, what it ends up decreasing to. Also, the volume, right? We need to see more and more volume that goes through Shiba Inu, which I think we will see as the bull run comes. Um, but looking at all of that, how do we get there? Well, there was a tweet way back when that was like Shib Queenie, which is now known as Web3 Queenie, talks about 111 trillion and how it could burn 111 trillion. Now, this is what I talked about in the beginning. This was percentage based, and it was all based off of if 100% of the volume ends up burning off Shiba Inu. That's what that depends on. But it wasn't like, it's not that way. That's not how it's set up. It's set up to where you're seeing a certain fee, and if you have 1 cent or less than a penny in a fee, and you have a certain amount that's going towards burning Shiba Inu, well, now you're looking at less than a penny each transaction. So now you're worried about transactions rather than the amount that they're spending. So volume, you couldn't give a damn about the volume. What you care about is somebody making a transaction, whether it's $1 or whether it's $1 million. You're hoping that somebody creates that transaction. Or if somebody that has $1 million is going to create a transaction for each dollar that they have, which would be costly. But let's be honest, it's still only going to be 1 penny per transaction. So it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a hell of a lot to go through that and see a ton of burns to factor into this. So this 111 trillion is not reality, right? Just for Shibarium, it's not reality. Maybe we can burn 111 trillion with everything that happens, right? Businesses that come on and not only use Shibarium, which you have the 0.1%, or sorry, you have the I was saying 0.1%, like it was Terra Luna Classic. You have the 1 cent, and out of that, you have a certain fraction that ends up getting burned off. Yes, you have a lot that burns off there in the millions. It's going to be great in the millions. But then you also have maybe businesses that are establishing burn with their revenue, whatever revenue they do have. I feel like if they did Shibarium in a different way, in a different maybe charge 25 cents, it could have been so much more, and it still would be cheaper than every other thing that's out there as a fee. It makes sense. And whatever you wanted to collect, if you wanted to profit from that, you can profit from it. I mean, it's 25 cents. If that's the case, and the bone fee would be very, 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 very cheap, just make the prices a little bit more inflated. It's more than, or it's still less than every other exchange out there. And as long as you can make it less than every other exchange, you're good. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about this and kind of talk about the reality of it, the 111 trillion. Now, for me, I think the best way, the best course of action would be to kind of focus on what the community is building and how much we're burning, because it seems like the people that have burned the most, and you can kind of quote me on this, but the people that have burned the most are the investors. The ecosystem dev team have not burned that much. You can say, oh, well, they set up the burn portal, but those same people could have just sent it directly to the burn wallet, and it would have been the same thing. It would have been the same cost. And all you would have done is just skip a step that's there. But they made it easy to where you go to this website and everybody knows to go there, rather than you going through Trust Wallet, you going through KuCoin, or you going through crypto.com or Coinbase, and have all these different platforms sending to somewhere else. It's like, no, you go over to this burn portal and you can burn from there. But they didn't burn a single cent. It was about us burning that. They didn't burn from the game, and I'm not trying to FUD them, but technically it is a negative thing that they've done, right? Or that they haven't done, right? So anyways, I just wanted to kind of have that conversation with you guys. That's what it's all about. It's about having conversation of how we can move forward. But I do believe that, Shiba Inu can burn trillions per year, but we just have to find the right method. the way we're doing it now, it probably won't happen. There's probably a very, very high chance that we will not burn, even $1 trillion per year without establishing something else. Um, to be honest. So, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. I'm going to get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next video.